Dear students, in previous lecture we have discussed about the morphism between two groups, and we have considered some questions based on these things. Now, today we will discuss the types of morphism. If a morphism F from G to G dash is called endomorphism if G equal to G dash. Second one, it is called monomorphism if function f is 1 1 or injective. Third one, it is a epimorphism if f is onto or surjective. Fourth one, this function is said to be isomorphism if f is 1 1 as well as onto also, or you can say it is a bijective map. Then symbolically we write G is isomorphic to G dash. This is also uh, can be expressed as 1 to 1 correspondence. And fifth one is automorphism. An isomorphism is said to be automorphism if G equal to G dash. Now we define some examples here by which the concept will be clear out. F is a function from Z plus to Z plus. This function is said to be an endomorphism. We can show that morphism property will be whole and domain and codomain are same, so it will be endomorphism. Second example, let G is equal to set containing 1 into minus 1 be a multiplicative group, then a map f such that Z plus 2 G into defined as f of x equal to 1 if x is even, minus 1 if x is onto. So it is a definition of the function. It's an epimorphism from Z to J. So we have three cases here. For if A and B belongs to Z, if both A and B are even, then their sum will be even. So image of A plus B is equal to 1 by definite function. This 1 can be written 1 into 1. F of A equal f of A into f of B, because f of A is equal to 1 because A is even by definite function, and f of B is also 1. Case second, A and B both are odd, then their sum will be even because addition of two odd persons, two odd numbers is also even number. So f of A plus B is equal to 1, or you can say this 1 can be expressed minus 1 into minus 1. So A and B are even, so f of A is equal to minus 1 and f of B is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 can be written f of A into f of B. Case third, either one is even and other is odd. Their product, their sum of A and B is odd, then image of A plus B under function is equal to minus 1. This minus 1 can be written 1 into minus 1. Initially we have considered A is even, so image of f of A is equal to 1, so 1 is replaced by f of A and f of B is replaced minus 1. So this is the now in all three cases we have shown that f of AB is equal to f of A into f of B. Now next one question, we prove some theorems. Okay. F is a morphism from G to G dash. Then we have to prove that f of E is E dash. It means identity of G is mapped over identity of J dash, and f of A inverse equal to inverse of f of A for all A belong to G. So we have to prove this theorem. For all A belong to G, by definition of identity, AE equal to EA equal to A, taking F images on all, so f of AE equal to f of EA equal to f of A, equal to f of A f of E equal to f of E into f of A equal to f of A. Since f is morphism, so we can break f of A equal to f of A and f of E and others. So f of A and f of E are elements of G dash. So f of E is identity of the G dash, and E dash is also identity of G dash. But we know that identity, if exists for a group, then it will be unique. Hence f of E is equal to E dash. So it is a complete proof of the theorem. Second, let A belongs to G, then A inverse is also belongs to G, because every element of group is invertible. By property of inverse, we can write A inverse equal to A inverse A equal to E, taking F images. Then by morphism we can break. Now we say that f of A inverse equal to f of A inverse, f of A equal to f of E equal to E dash. It means both are inverse to each other. So we write here f of A inverse is the inverse of f of A. Symbolically we write f of A inverse equal to inverse of f of A. So it is a complete proof of the theorem. Theorem second one is f G to G dash is morphism. If H is subgroup of G, then f of F is also subgroup of G. First of all, we have to show that f of H is a non-wide subset of G dash. Since E belongs to H, so E belongs to also G, क्योंकि identity of the subgroups and group are same. So E belongs to G. F of E also belongs to f of H. By definition of F, this shows that f of H is a non-wide subset of G dash. The first requirement to be subgroup satisfied. Second, X dash and Y dash belongs to f of H. So implies that there exists X and Y belongs to H such that f of X equal to X dash f of y equal to y dash. Now x dash y dash inverse, putting these values and using morphism, finally we find that x dash y dash inverse belongs to f of h. Hence, by necessary and certain condition, f of h will be subgroup of G. Thank you.